Welcome to the Risk4Ever channel guys, the channel which shares the most relevant tips and tricks on how to win at Risk, and improve your rank in no time. Subscribe to the channel and you won't even see how fast you will become so much better at Risk. Push that notification bell to see new videos first. This is your host ChampionEver. And today we are playing 6-player fixed card game on classic Risk map. Settings, alliances on, balance blitz dice rolls in 60 seconds per turn. This time I'm playing on my alternative account called Alfred Bellum 27, I'm the purple player in this game, beginner rank at the time of recording. And today I'm playing against one novice rank player who is blue, one beginner rank player who is green, one intermediate rank player who is red, one expert rank player who is orange, and one master rank player who is yellow. Wow guys, we have got a wide spectrum of the ranks this time, from novice to master, well even to grandmaster, if we consider me as a grandmaster instead of a beginner, as you probably know that I'm a grandmaster on my main account and multiple alternative ones. So yeah guys, select one of the players and root for him, and doesn't matter which of the players you selected to cheer for, wish me best of luck as well, as I will definitely need it. Keep your fingers crossed for me. And saying that, let's get started guys. Also if you want, you can vote on the poll, how do you think, which of the players will be eliminated first? Make a guess and continue watching the game to see if you were right. As of now it's very hard to say and predict. It can be any of the players. Well, if I had to guess, then I would pick either blue, green or red. The blue player attacked 5 troops of the red player in North America in his first turn. Like who would attack so many of troops in the continent you cannot even go for, because as you can see there's plenty of other players' troops in North America, so it's pretty much impossible for the blue player to go for it. If he continues swiping a lot of troops from it so drastically, then he won't even see how fast he will become so low on troops and be a very easy target to be taken out. Or even if the blue player doesn't even want to go for North America, it was still dumb to blitz 5 troops of red. In the beginning of the game you should avoid wasting your troops at any cost, especially when it comes to 6-player games, as otherwise other players who got a continent early will be able to afford taking you out, and actually if you became very weak, then you can even be taken out by a player who didn't even get a continent as well, but differently than you, wasn't dumb to waste his troops. Like you. So from the first impression, I really guess that the blue player is the least experienced player over here and I wouldn't be surprised if he gets taken out first at all. Also let's remember that he is a novice, or the lowest ranked player over here if we say in other words. So yeah, taking into consideration of how he plays and what's his rank, it would be a very strong guess that he will get taken out first. Or at least what I'm almost at 100% sure about, is that he isn't going to win this game for sure. I would be totally shocked and amazed if he actually manages to win this game somehow. And lol guys, I've just noticed that he disconnected and the bot took over him. Well, the bot might drastically increase his chances to win, lol. We will see about it guys. Wish the blue bot the best of luck guys, as of now stop rooting for me in case you were, and start keeping your fingers crossed for the blue bot. Go blue bot, we want you to win. Go, go, go. In case if they're only me and the blue bot, only both of us will be left in the game, as top 2 players, then I will disconnect and they'll let blue bot to win, lol. Nah, I'm just kidding guys. There's no way in the world I will let the stupid AI to win over here. No chance it is happening guys. Anyways, you are probably wondering why did I pick either green or red players as an option to be taken out first as well. Well, it is because they both would like to go for South America. The green player was first to show interest to go for it, but he delayed to capture it because the red player started to build his troops on Central America, potentially wanting to go for South America as well, so the green player knows that if he captures South America, then he will most likely be invaded by red. But looking from the red player's eyes he cannot really swipe the green player out, because if he does so, then he will be risking to get invaded either by orange or yellow, so that's why he delays of capturing it. Well, at first orange and yellow players weren't really building troops around South America, so I thought that red and green will be fighting for it, the winning player surviving and holding it, and the losing player getting eliminated first. But to be honest, I don't even have a clue why the green player doesn't want just simply abandon South America and go for Africa instead. Africa is cleared out of troops right now and nobody is going for it, so I have no idea why he just doesn't capture Africa instead. Well, I potentially have an idea why he doesn't move troops out of South America but at the same time he keeps some of the troops in Africa as well. It is because he wants to capture both of the continents, but to be honest I don't think it is going to happen. He is quite too weak to capture and successfully hold both of the continents when there are so much players with big armies around, well, unless all of these players are really passive, but I doubt it. So if I were green I would just move to Africa and let the red player get South America, making an alliance with him. And yeah, it seems no chance the green player will capture South America anymore. And wow guys, the red player is actually swiping him out. Well, it is kinda risky, I must admit. The green player has 5 cards so he can trade in a set and attack the red player back. I mean, it would be quite stupid, as I guess it would completely ruin the game for both of them, but the green player is only beginner, so we will see if he is going to retaliate. And wow guys, I didn't see that coming. Lol, that's crazy. I knew that it was too risky for the red player to clear the green player out. But wow guys, it was still hilarious for the orange player to try taking over South America. Like, he didn't even have many more troops than red, so even if he had captured it, then it most likely would have been invaded and captured by either yellow or green. And to be honest, I'm really amazed that the green player neither took the red player out for 5 cards, like he so easily could, nor captured either South America or Africa. I thought he was going for these continents, lol. Well, maybe he plays very carefully. We saw what just happened in South America twice, so the green player might want to take his time and play safely, as he is kinda afraid of the yellow player, I think. Well, but then again, why he just didn't take the red player out without capturing the continents? Well, maybe he wasn't really paying the attention to the game and maybe that's why he missed the opportunity. So the red player got taken out by yellow, who has just captured South America, so he will be getting 2 extra troops every turn. Or wait, maybe he won't. It doesn't seem that he wants to hold it. The 10 troops he just received from trading in a set, he put into his other army, in Europe, instead of putting them into South America to protect it. So South America most likely will be either taken by orange or green. Whether it was a great or a bad choice made by yellow, it is hard to say for now. But we will see about that. And wow guys, the blue player is taking so long to make his turn. I thought he completely left the game, letting the bot take over him. But since the bot isn't continuing to make the attacks for him, I guess that the blue player reconnected at one point. Like reconnected and then disconnected again, lol. Well, maybe he just has a poor internet connection. Or maybe he reconnected to see how his bot is doing. As some players disconnect for some turns, and then reconnect after some time, and since the real players don't really pay much attention to the bots as they don't see bots as a threat, sometimes that bot gets really strong, having captured some continents and gotten lots of troops, so that player who comes to the game gets a very good advantage against the other ones. This is a sneaky tactic I saw some of the players using. Well, let's just hope that the blue player has a poor internet connection. Judging by his first turns, he seemed like a total novice, so I don't think he is using the sneaky tactic I'm talking about. And by the way, for those who aren't familiar with my channel yet, my name is ChampionEver. And in this channel I'm sharing relevant risk global domination tips and tricks that will help you to increase your rank in no time. I upload my videos constantly. I try to make them short and informative but also entertaining at the same time. I'm currently Grandmaster and have over 1,000 hours of experience which I want to share with you. Most people want to know how to win at risk. Are you one of them? If so, then what are you waiting for? Subscribe and start grinding those rank points right now. Drastically improve your gameplay by simply watching risk videos. And wow guys, I cannot believe that it took ages for the green player to capture Africa. Why he was delaying so long? If he had taken Africa quite earlier, then he would have been much more stronger by now. But since he didn't capture Africa earlier, currently he just only as strong as the blue bot, lol. The orange player doesn't look strong either, while I'm being the strongest player in this game and the yellow player being second, not so many troops behind of me. To be honest, he got very lucky to hold South America. In the turn he captured it, he left the continent unguarded with basically no troops. So I was really amazed that nobody took it from him. I was really expecting that either the green player take over it cause he was wanting South America before, or the orange player who was wanting to get South America like crazy, like let's remember the moment he was trying to clear out the red player out from it. So if I had known that nobody is going to take South America from the yellow player, then I would have taken that continent from the yellow player myself. In that turn I traded in a set, so I totally could have added troops to the territory I had in North America and taken South America from him, but on the other hand then I wouldn't have added troops to Australia, so it wouldn't have been that well guarded, meaning that the yellow player could have potentially taken it from me if he got mad, but it would have been risky for him to do so. But anyways, I'm pretty happy with my situation whatsoever. It's always good to turtle in Australia while other players balancing each other. Eventually the green and yellow players might start fighting each other, possibly destroying themselves way too much, that I will even have more troops than both of them combined. Well, in that case I still wouldn't win because of the other players who are still alive. Well, the blue player is a bot, so I don't really care too much about him at all, as computer players are so easy to beat, even if they have quite more troops than you. But the orange player would be a struggle. Or maybe he won't be a struggle guys. Because he might be low on troops. Why? Why do I think so? Because look guys, instead of putting his troops into one big army, he is splitting them into multiple armies up. And if you were paying attention, some of them were already taken down by the blue bot. So the blue bot and orange player might take care of each other, while the yellow and green players might be potentially fighting. And if they destroy a lot of each other troops, then I will potentially have a good advantage against them. Maybe I still won't afford to get all of them out, but I could potentially take over Asia, splitting my troops into 3 different armies and properly guarding Asia along with having Australia. And if they destroy a lot of each other troops, then I will potentially have a good advantage against them. Maybe I still won't afford taking all of them out, but I could potentially take over Asia, splitting my troops into 3 different armies and properly guarding Asia along with still having Australia as well. And since all of them be quite weak, nobody will really afford invading Asia without either suiciding or without a teamwork. And actually I have a plan on how to eliminate the orange player being as a potential obstacle in case green and yellow players will destroy themselves too much, both of them having the same number of troops combined as me, or having even less than me. So to solve the problem of having the orange player being as a potential obstacle, I just need to take him out. Simple. He only has 26 troops while at the same time has even 5 cards. So with the troops I'll get after trading in a set, and with the balance blitz being favorable for me as an attacker, in the end I might come out with no troop loss at all. Who knows? Well, most likely I will still have some troops lost, but not that many that I would care. The most important thing that I will get rid of an additional player who isn't really needed in the game, well at least for me, as he is the player who could be a potential struggle for me later on. So it's the best to get rid of him right now, when I totally can afford doing it without losing too many troops. So let's do it guys. Let's get rid of the orange player. It's better to do it now, rather than he will have quite more troops. The blue bot got quite weak, so I'm not sure if he would be able to take care of orange. Also let's not forget the fact that any second the orange player can become smart and start putting all of his troops into one big army. So taking into consideration all of these facts I mentioned, it was the best decision to get rid of him now. And so I did guys. Goodbye orange, I hope you will have a better luck next time. Today wasn't your day. 2 opponents down, 3 left. Anyways, as you can see, I didn't fortify my troops back to Indonesia territory where they were before, as if I had done so, then these troops would have become blocked. So I fortified my army to Siam territory instead. So in case yellow and green players destroy themselves too much, then I will be able to take both of them out in a single turn, without letting them to recover at all. To be honest, I really like the current tension between yellow and green so much. Everything started when the green player for some reasons decided to combine his Egypt territory troops with North Africa ones, making a big army on the yellow player border. Well, maybe he felt irritated because the yellow player was adding, even though not many, but more and more troops every turn, and you know guys that if you put more and more troops next to low rank players border, then he can potentially think that you're planning to attack him and freak out, so it was partly yellow's fault to create the tension between both of them as well. But anyways, after the green player combined his two armies, then the yellow player of course got scared of potentially getting invaded, so he put some troops to his army in Brazil as well. But then the green player put his troops he had in East Africa territory into North Africa territory to make even a bigger army. The yellow player then added his troops he got in that turn to strengthen his border as well, but on the other hand didn't fortify his 19 troops army there. Probably either because he wants to have enough troops to guard South America from the other side as well, or because doesn't want to irritate the green player too much. But still the tension between both of the players is getting bigger and bigger, and I think it's just a matter of time when one of them will finally attack other one. And I think I even have a plan on how to make the tension between them to increase even faster. I will take the blue bot out. Of course I will lose some troops taking him out, but then North America and Europe will be cleared out, so these players might potentially fight over these continents. If yellow captures North America, then I doubt the green player will let him hold it, and the same with different scenario. If the green player captures Europe, then the yellow player will invade it. By attacking each other more and more, they will get very mad about each other, and then some crazy stuff can happen. One of the players gotten really mad will take down too many other player troops, and that would make both them weaker than I am. I will have more troops than both of them combined and take them out. After the critical attack they might realize that they must stop fighting if they still want to have some chances to win, but then it will be way too late. This is the phase of the game when only 3 players left, and all of the decisions and especially all of the attacks should be well considered before players do them. One bigger mistake can decide the whole game, and one bigger attack can totally give the game for one of the players. This is the phase when the balance of the game is very important. And wow guys, I cannot believe the green player took down 15 troops army of the yellow player. Like why in the world you would want to irritate the player who has a big army of troops next to your border, twice as big as yours, lol. Come on yellow, I know you got mad. So please blitz the green player's 36 troops army and give me the game. Do it. Just do it. I beg you. But wow, he didn't even invade neither North America or Africa, attacking one of the unguarded borders. Well, actually the yellow player is being smart. He wants that all of the dirty work would be done by me. That the green player would stop paying the attention to him and at the same time would start focusing on me. But I'm not going to attack the green player for a turn or two as well. I want that the yellow player would attack green by himself, so the tension between them would become even bigger. But if the yellow player still won't attack the green player after a turn or two, then of course I will have to attack the green player by myself. It would be ridiculous to let him outgrow us. And wow guys, I cannot believe the green player just invaded yellow into South America. He is really asking to get invaded by him, lol. I'm asking again, like why in the world you would irritate the player who has a big army near and could crush you? And especially after he let you hold both of your continents. That's just unexplainable. I think the green player is being way too aggressive and it can really backfire him. Don't you never ever poke the bear green. I'm giving you the advice for the life green. Anyways, as you can see, I captured Ukraine territory in this turn instead of Afghanistan one, because I didn't want to capture Asia, I don't want that the players would start paying the attention to me differently. I want that they would continue focusing on each other. While I'm safely turtling in Australia and waiting till they destroy too many of each other troops, so I would be able to take them out in a single turn. Well, it seems the players don't want to fight anymore. Well, at least the yellow player doesn't want to. He moved his biggest army out of South America and probably will let the green player to capture it. He wants that I would be involved in the conflict with the green player as well, so he could stay neutral. He understands that if he continues fighting the green player, then the balance of the game most likely will be broken in my favor. And also he sees that the green player is not really experienced player and can do something crazy, like blitzing his biggest army eventually, when green will have enough troops to do so. So the yellow player is playing very smartly. He is definitely the smartest of all of the opponents I had in this game. But that's it, guys. I will show you how to play the endgame like a risk god. I will show you how to beat two players who have more troops combined than you. I noticed that I only have like 20 troops less than both of the players combined. And with green being blocked, I can potentially take the yellow player out, and then regain some of the troops to become as strong as the green player by capturing and properly guarding either North America or Asia for a turn. Obviously not in the way like right now. As you can see, I fortified majority of my troops from Australia to the unblocked place to potentially take the yellow player out. I especially left 20 troops to guard Australia, so the yellow player wouldn't take it from me, as if he would do that, then he would be weakened a lot, and also to protect against the green player, he is unpredictable and doesn't hesitate to poke the bear, lol. So yeah guys, unless the green player moves his troops from the blocked place out, I won the game. And as you can see he didn't, differently he blocked his biggest army even more. That is so nice. So the yellow player better attacks me right now, and even to Australia as well, hoping that he will get a very good blitz roll without losing many troops, as then I can change my mind if I see that the troop gap between me and both of the players became quite bigger. But if the yellow player doesn't even attack into Asia, then the game is totally over for both of the players. And unfortunately he was smart to attack into Asia, but fortunately for me, the game is over for both of the players. I'm about to take the yellow player out, regaining some of the troops by trading in a set. And then capturing and holding North America for a turn, so I would become as strong as the green player. Goodbye yellow, you are a nice and smart fellow to play with, but unfortunately for you, the time has been counted, that's true. 4 players down, 1 left. And now it's the time for the endgame strategy guys. I will get many troops by not only holding North America, but by having many territories as well. Also for those who are wondering why I didn't attack the green player into Africa to ruin his 3 troop bonus, it is because my whole plan would be failed, as the green player would capture many territories at the same time invading North America and blitzing at least 2 my armies, the third one leaving blocked. Since we are playing with balanced blitz, he would gotten very good blitz rolls blitzing my armies getting a huge advantage against me, so I would have lost the game. So this is why I didn't attack into Africa. I'm sticking to my winning plan. I didn't care about him getting 3 extra troops at all. And OMG guys, I cannot believe that the green player not only didn't invade Australia, not only that he didn't capture as many territories as possible, but that he didn't unblock his biggest army as well, lol. I'm not sure what are you thinking green, but I'm not going to unleash your biggest army for sure. Differently I will just increase my troops bonus by not only capturing and properly guarding North America, but Asia as well. Like for real, wasn't that obvious for you? Lol. Well, good for me guys. I will beat the green player so easily. I knew that I will probably have an advantage playing against not that really experienced player, but that this advantage will be so big, I could have never ever imagined. Wow, what a game guys. I really enjoyed playing it. And if you enjoyed watching it as well, then give this video a thumbs up guys. Also feel free to check out my other videos or even playlists. By gaining more and more information, you won't even see how fast you will become so much better at Risk. By the way, From now on you can support me by becoming a member of the Risk Forever channel. To do so, you need to press on the join button, and then select one of the tiers, player, winner, or champion. It's completely optional though, and only for those who want and can afford to support the channel. Special thanks goes to people who are already supporting me. As always, thank you guys for watching and see you soon. Peace out.